Today we're going to analyze the 2006 Club World Cup semi-final match between Club America and Barcelona. Club America is using formation 4-2-3-1 with Ochoa on the goal. Right back there's Castro, two center back is Rojas and Davino, and on the left back there's Oscar. The two defensive midfielder is Fabiano and Arguello. On the right wing there's Cabanas. Attacking midfielder is Villa. On the left wing there is Cuevas. And central forward is Lopez. Meanwhile, Barcelona is using formation 4-3-3 with Valdez on the goal. On the right back there's Zambrotta, two central back there's Marquez and Puyol, and on the left back is Van Bronckhorst. And on the midfield there's Iniesta, Thiago Motta and Deco. And on the right wing there's Giuli, in the central forward there's Johnson, and on the left wing there's Ronaldinho. As the ball started with Marquez, Lopez and Cuevas stepped up to press him and Puyol. Thiago Motta pushed higher to pull defenders away, while Iniesta dropped deep to offer a safe passing outlet. When the ball shifted to Puyol, the pressure intensified as Villa stepped up to shut down the pass to Iniesta. This was a deliberate trap set by Barcelona. By locking the short passing options, Puyol was forced to play a vertical ball to Johnson. When Club America adjusted their shape into 4-4-2, they focused on closing the short passing lanes between Barcelona's defenders and midfielders. This forced Barca to stop their short passing game and instead play direct to their striker, Johnson. By keeping Davino tightly attached to Johnson, America hoped to at least prevent the striker from turning. Even Thiago Motta, who usually collect the ball low and build up play slowly, changed his approach when America shifted into a 4-1-4-1 formation. America crowded the midfield with 5 players, leaving very little room for Iniesta or Deco to operate. Motta began bypassing the midfield entirely, firing direct passes straight into Johnson. When the build-up shifted to Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, Barcelona utilized a classic triangle to bypass the defense. As Van Bronckhorst moved forward, both Deco and Ronaldinho drifted toward him to create quick passing options. Van Bronckhorst would initiate the sequence by passing to Deco and immediately sprint in an overlap run. Barcelona used a rotation to confuse the America's midfield. As Ronaldinho dropped deep, Deco would push forward into the half space. Van Bronckhorst would start the play by passing to Ronaldinho, who quickly moved the ball to Motta. Motta then shifted to Deco, who had found a pocket of space. Deco dropping slightly once Arguello stepped up to press. Deco immediately switching the ball across to Giuli on the right wing. As Giuli received the ball, Zambrotta made a surprise underlap run. Instead of Ronaldinho dropping deep, Iniesta would move toward Van Bronckhorst. Meanwhile, Deco and Ronaldinho pushed much higher up the pitch. Iniesta would then fizz a pass into Deco, who was positioned between the lines. This clever positioning forced Rojas to leave his wide position. By dragging Rojas out of his defensive slot, Ronaldinho was free to receive the ball in the space. To exploit the right side of America's defense, Barcelona frequently funneled their play through the left. When Marquez was on the ball, he would be pressured by Lopez, while Zambrotta was marked tightly by Cuevas. To break this pressure, Marquez would bypass the striker with a crisp pass to Iniesta. Zambrotta received the ball out wide and cut it back to Deco, who quickly shifted it to Ronaldinho for a clear sight at goal, though the shot unfortunately flew wide. The second time, Deco dropped deeper to confuse his markers while Ronaldinho swapped into the forward position. They played a lightning-fast 1-2 passing sequence with Iniesta, who then threaded a perfectly weighted through ball into the path of Johnson. With the defense slice open, Johnson slotting the ball home for a goal. Barcelona doubled their lead from set piece as Deco delivered a precise corner kick that was powerfully headed home by Marquez. When Oscar initiated the build-up, Johnson and Ronaldinho immediately pressed the centre-backs. To exploit the space left behind by Zambrotta, Lopez drifted into the left channel. Rojas bypassed a press with a pass to Cuevas, who quickly moved it inside to Arguello. As the ball moved toward the center to Cabañas, Barcelona's entire defensive block shifted inward to protect the middle of the pitch, as Cabañas quickly switched the play out wide to the unmarked Castro on the opposite wing. Once Castro received a ball in space, he played a rapid pass to set up a third-man run. Arguello, who had started the move in the midfield, sprinted forward into the final third to become the extra attacker. He then delivered a dangerous cross into the penalty box, looking for a teammate to finish. On a following occasion, América used the same scheme to break Barca's structure, this time Cabañas himself, whipping a cross into the box. When Cuevas held the ball on the left flank, he immediately drew pressure from Zambrotta. Both Fabiano and Lopez made overlapping runs into the space vacated by Zambrotta, with Marquez dropping back to shadow Lopez. Cuevas played the ball back to the Rojas, who delivered a lob pass over the defense to find Fabiano in stride. Fabiano playing a first-time through ball to Lopez, who then squared a pass back toward the center for Villa. Villa took the opportunity to dribble directly into the penalty box. During a Club America counter-attack, the transition started centrally with Villa and Fabiano. Villa began by feeding the ball to Fabiano in the middle, then immediately sprinted toward the right wing to stretch the pitch. Fabiano spotted the run and switched ball wide to Villa, who began a driving dribble back toward the center to collapse the Barcelona defense. Villa then linked up with Arguello, who quickly shifted the ball back to Fabiano. This forced Thiago Motta to drop deep into the backline, turning their defense into a temporary 5-man unit to handle the central pressure. Despite Motta dropping back, Fabiano found enough time to move the ball back to Villa on the right. This gave Fabiano, Cabañas and Castro the opportunity to sprint forward and occupy the pockets of space between Barcelona's lines, creating a 5 versus 5 situation against the Barca's defenders. With the defense now narrow, Villa switched the play to find Castro in space on the far right. Castro played a quick pass to Lopez, who had dropped back slightly to lose his marker. Lopez then attempting a direct penetration into the penalty box to create a scoring chance. Cabañas is replaced by Blanco, Thiago Motta replaced by Xavi. Just as in the first half, when Van Bronckhorst held the ball on the left, Ronaldinho would drop deep toward him, acting as a magnet that dragged Castro out of the back line. This triggered Johnson drifted into the vacated left half space, while Deco charged forward to add an extra attacking threat. Once Ronaldinho received the ball from Van Bronckhorst, he exploited the disorganized defense with a crisp through pass to Johnson. Despite being closely marked, Johnson used his strength to shield the ball and lay it off perfectly into Deco. Barcelona's third goal started with a direct build-up from Valdés into the center of the pitch. Xavi won the ball and immediately looked for Ronaldinho. A fast passes followed, moving from Ronaldinho to Deco, then to Xavi and back to Deco again. Deco executed a backheel through pass to Giuli, who had timed his run behind the backline. Although Ochoa managed to get a hand on Giuli's initial shot, the ball parried directly into an unmarked Ronaldinho. With composed precision, he placed the ball into the top right corner of the goal to make it 3-0. When Club America pushed higher up the pitch, Arguello initiated the move by switching the play across the field, finding Blanco in a wide position. As soon as the ball reached him, Oscar sprinted past on an overlap run, which successfully dragged the Barcelona defender away and created a gap in the defensive line. Instead of passing, Blanco used that extra space to cut inside onto his stronger foot and unleash a direct shot toward the goal, forcing the Barcelona defense to stay alert to his individual threat even when they were dominating possession. For Barcelona, Johnson is replaced by Esguerro and Giuli replaced by Belletti, while for América, Fabiano replaced by Vuoso and Lopez is replaced by Mendoza. After substitutions, Barcelona's formation took on a more versatile shape. To counter Club America's attempt to build from the back, Barcelona's structure transformed into 4-1-4-1 system. In this setup, Van Bronckhorst pushed higher up from his holding position to sit on the same line as Deco, creating a solid bank of 4 midfielders. When Davino builds up, he attempted to bypass the midfield with a lob pass to Blanco on the left wing. Blanco then quickly shifted the ball inside to Arguello, who was looking to provide a progressive pass to Mendoza to break the lines. However, Puyol read the play perfectly, stepping up to intercept the pass and immediately launching a counter-attack. He played a crisp ball to Aguero, who didn't initiate and fired a through pass into the path of Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho and Aguero engage in a 1-2 passing sequence. Once he reaches the penalty box, Ronaldinho holds the ball for a split second to draw the remaining defenders toward him. He then laid it off to Deco, who arrived at the edge of the area and unleashed a powerful strike. The ball flew into the net, sealing the final score of 4-0.
Thank you for watching and see you in the next video.